Hi, everybody. This is Paul Hitchcock. I'm with the asset protection, estate planning, and business planning firm Barth Calderon. This is where we're located here in Orange County, California, near Disneyland. And this is Wealth Protector TV, where I have incredible professionals doing great work. And certainly Linda Gonzales is one of them. Welcome, Linda.
Thank you.
Yes, and you are a real estate professional, but most importantly, you are the relocation queen. This is how people know you out there.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, so this is a topic I love is real estate, getting into what you're doing. So tell me a little bit about your practice. What are you focused on?
So I've been in real estate for over 20 years now. I started in lending and then I made the transition into 2008 to
Oh,
focus on just real estate.
wow. What was the motivation to get into it, if I want to ask? Yeah.
Well, I was doing both at the time, and then my passion just really grew for working closely with the client. And
Hmm.
during that time when the market crashed, I really saw that there was a big need for really educating people on,
Totally.
especially when there were so many companies that were talking to them about loan modifications and short sales, and there was a lot of misinformation out there. So I wanted to focus on the clients that I helped get into a home, keep the home. And so that was
Ah.
my goal, to really get into the real estate side so that they make educated decisions on if it was the right time for them to sell or not. And if their goal was to keep their home, I wanted to make sure that I gave them those resources so that they could do so.
Love it. And when you started your practice, what were you thinking about as far as your strategic clients that you wanted to help? Was it the families in the area? Was it certain level of home? Like what is your niche?
So at the time when I first started, this was, almost 20 years ago, my
Yeah.
passion was first-time homeowners,
Okay.
especially coming from a generation, I was first-generation homeowner, and I wanted to continue to help people change their lives in generations to come by introducing homeownership. And as the years have passed, my now passion is to really help those that have built their wealth through real estate really move on to the next stage in their life. As I'm getting older, I'm thinking about, retirement, even for me, and my husband, and where do I want to live? And so I wanted to, 2020 really brought in so many different changes for all of us. And a lot of the clients that I was working with were thinking about relocating either to a different city, here in California, or even those
Right.
who were looking to relocate out of state, and some even internationally. So I started offering those services, relocation services for both out of state and international.
So that's interesting. Tell me about the relocation services because that makes you very unique. What does that entail? What?
So depending on where they want to go. So for example, if their choice is to relocate internationally, I have a team that offers a wraparound service, educating them on the process of what it takes to be able to purchase international. For example,
Oh,
in Panama, if they are interested in relocating to Panama, what type of financing are available to them? What type of citizenship is available to them? What
oh
are the
wow.
incentives for them? I
Yep.
have boots on the ground in Panama where we really just uh, create a curated experience for them.
Wow.
And a part of that is a discovery trip. So some people might not be ready, want to discover. We actually have a discovery tour where we show them the different locations, the areas that are great for those that are relocating or even investing.
Interesting. I think I need to go on that tour right there.
Mhm.
That sounds awesome. That's very interesting, fascinating. And uh, so these relocation services then uh, let me say this. I see a lot of people on social media talking about this, relocating to other countries because of the expense and they can save money. Are you seeing a lot of that? And is it primarily Panama or is it all places?
So we offer in different locations. So I have partnerships in several locations: Panama, Costa Rica,
Oh,
parts of Mexico, and Dominican Republic. And so I've had even Dubai available for us as well. A lot of investors that seek those options, but
wow.
really it's just different locations
Yeah.
that we offer.
Yeah, that's great because it gets into financial planning too, kind of. It sounds like you're touching on that, where it's
Yeah.
not just about buying, moving to another place, but there's how long will your money last and all that stuff. And so you're dipping into that.
Absolutely. So one of the things that the first conversation with them is really where are they financially? Where do they want to be? We go over all of those details as far as, how are they going to sustain their lifestyle in a different
Yeah.
country? And so we
Yeah.
do go over those options for them. Estate planning, for a lot of business owners as well that are thinking, okay, what am I going to do with my business here? Can it sustain my lifestyle in the country that I want to live in?
Yeah, no, and as we've gotten to know each other a little bit here recently, I mean, we have a great alliance with you on the estate planning and the asset protection side of things because you do such a great job. Uh, Great partnership. That's incredible. So, what are you finding right now in the housing market as people want to transition out or they're moving around? What are the hot issues that are going on right now?
So we have a lot of first-time home buyers still kind of on the fence, waiting for those interest rates to drop. And as you know, just a couple days ago, the rates did drop. Uh,
Yeah.
but you're going to start seeing more people get back into the market. What I'm seeing now is your average mortgage payment for first-time homeowners is about $6,500, especially in Orange
It
County.
is. It
Mhm.
is. Yeah. Well, Orange County, of course. Yeah. Is there a house
Orange
under $1 million
County.
in Orange County?
I mean, you're lucky
No.
if you find one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just difficult, especially for those that are in the retirement age or getting ready, early retirement, thinking, I have all this equity in my home. I'm living in this big house that I can't afford, and I want to downsize. But what keeps a lot of them is I'm not sure where else I can afford. And so
Right.
those are the things that we go over. How do you tap into your equity? How do we draw out the entire plan based on the client? So it's not,
Mhm.
one size fits all. It's really just diving into their needs so that we can give them the right plan for them.
So what territory do you handle, as far as some local territory? And then if you don't have $1 million to spend and live in Orange County, where are you advising people to go? And I asked that because recently I was in Burbank
Hmm.
and at the Bob Hope Airport, and I had some time to kill, and there was a little, the kind of downtown mall there. It was
Hmm.
awesome. There's a big IMAX theater stuff, and there are a lot of families there. That looked like a really cool area. So,
Yeah.
anyways, what do you see there?
So right now, new construction homes in different areas are great. If you're thinking, I want to purchase now, my services are in Orange County. I'm in the Brea area, but I do travel to help first-time home buyers. So I've gone as
Yeah.
far as even Banning and Beaumont, and some of
Okay.
those areas in Riverside, or Corona, different areas that offer the first time. I mean, the new construction homes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those builders are offering incredible incentives. We're talking about 20,000, 30,000 towards your down payment. They're
Really?
covering the 1 year or 3 years for your HOA. Some of them even as far as 7 years covering your HOA.
What
Um, uh, 1 year of your insurance. So they're really
incentives?
doing
What
a lot. Mhm.
what does a home cost if you're going out there, Riverside, Corona, that area? What is this?
You could still find some for 515,000 is the rate
Really?
that you're looking at. I mean, those communities are growing so much. So you're probably looking at between 550 and 600,000 for a 3 to 4 bedroom home. New
Wow. So
construction.
if you let's say you have a house for 550 grand and they're covering like up to 20 grand, like what is the down payment you have to put on that?
So I have a client in escrow now with a new construction home. We explored all the different options for them. It's a nice young couple, police officers. So they had different incentives for them. But for them, it was really, I think it's less than $20,000 that they're putting down. That's just covering their closing costs. But I don't even think that they need all of it because the $28,000 that they're getting, it's covering their down payment, a portion of their closing cost, and buying down their interest rate.
Wow. And then what's their monthly?
Their monthly is going to be about 3,800.
Yeah, God, that is insane. I mean, that's
Mhm.
fantastic. And what do you see with the like who is moving into those new home construction in those areas?
So in that area of Banning and Beaumont, some parts of Riverside, it's a lot of police officers that we have there. A lot of them are in the area, so we
Yep.
have a lot of police officers there, nurses. So this is great for any first-time home buyer.
Yeah, with families, and are they interesting? And how about commuters from Orange County that live out there? As a matter of fact, one of the partners at our firm lives in Riverside, comes into the office, but do you see that too?
Yes, yes. A lot of my clients, have been living in Orange County for a long time and realize, you know what, I rather pay a little bit, I mean, deal with the commute and get the house that I really want. And so they travel for, from to and back. And then some
Yeah,
of them end up finding because the communities are growing so much, they're able to find jobs a few years later to be able to be closer to home.
yeah, yeah. Are you finding people buying and renting too? Can you like rent those homes?
Yes, you can rent those out. So some of them do come and they purchase them, and a year later they decide to rent it out, and then they tap into some of that equity because they've grown so much in value. Like right now, you can find them for 550, but I don't 515,000, but I don't think that's going to last very long.
No, yeah, it's people
Mm.
pushing out there. Very interesting. And then for you, uh, like how do you deal with people? It sounds like it's consultancy based, right? When you're first meeting, I meet so many realtors. You're different from so many, but so many are just transaction based, and they're just trying to bang out the next thing.
Yes.
That's not you, and so it seems like you have this exploratory consultant, based practice. Is that fair to say?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. I
yeah.
mean, with this young couple that came to me, they were working with another realtor, but I helped her mom purchase a home a couple years ago. So
Hmm.
she says, "Look, I just want you to, advise my daughter and her fiance to make sure that they're doing the right move." And so I talked to them. I said, "Look, I'm here to just provide you the information. You were referred to me from your mother, who I helped, and I have a lot of respect, and I want to make sure that you're being taken care of." And so
Yeah,
I gave them the information, and for me is education. Just give them the information and then let them decide. And I always feel like if the client's meant for me, it's meant for me.
right,
And
right,
so
right.
I feel comfortable and happy that I was able to just give the information. And on their own, they said, you know what, you've educated us, you've provided so much information that we needed, and so we want to work with you. And that's happened to me quite a few times.
Yeah, I believe it. And what are you doing on social? You're out there on social media, you're doing a lot of education, teaching.
Yes, yes. So we do homeowners workshop, which we did have somebody from your firm join us
Yep.
where we provided the information. It was quality information, things that people don't get. And so that was one of the
Right.
reasons why I'm excited to be partnering with you guys because
Yeah.
especially the attorney Violeta. Violeta is
Awesome.
incredible. Not only
Awesome.
does
Yeah.
she speak the language, it's not enough to speak the language, but she understands the culture. And
Yeah.
that's what's really important for a lot of my clients. Mhm.
Yeah. No, yeah. She's great. Colleague of mine over at the firm. Fantastic. Yeah. And how do people get in touch with the education you're doing and so forth? Where would you want to direct them?
They can follow me on Instagram at Relocation Queen. I'm going to be having series, and then also I'll be posting a lot more on YouTube, Linda Gonzalez, or under Relocation Queen.
That's awesome. And I got to tell everybody listening that wherever you're watching this, because we simulcast this on LinkedIn, YouTube, other channels, put it on Instagram and so forth, that Linda's information, we're going to put your links around this. Maybe it's up here, down here. But yeah, I've seen your stuff. You got great education. You just stand out from the crowd for me when I saw what you were doing. So very good stuff. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for being here, Linda. I know we're going to talk again.
Yes, absolutely. And then I'm also part of the National Association of Hispanic Realtors out of the Long Beach chapter. So we also provide a lot of education there for realtors as well that just want to get educated on how to be of service to our clients. Like you said, so many
Yep.
are focused on that transaction, but it's about service. I truly believe that if you provide quality service, the money will come. And that's not,
Yeah.
our focus is to really take care of our clients.
Yeah, it's sort of a give before you take mentality.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
always comes back in spades. Well, fantastic. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right.